BMT. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups.
These bitches got me fucked up, man. Baby mama tell her tomorrow she needs some money. Man, you better go to Walmart.
Walmart
is always hiring.
Walmart
is always hiring.
Walmart
is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring.
Walmart
is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring.
Walmart
is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring. Wonder holler broke, bitch, you get some child support. Section 8 Obamacare, your ass better sell some dope. I ain't here to save your hope, I'm telling you in the dope. Better save your lean card or a twerking liquor store. Better shake it for Habib, better shake it for Mr. Chan. Better shake it for Tyrone, bitch, I don't give a damn. Matter of fact, only fans gon' find your ass a stamp. Who a shopper sub, cause bitch, I'm not your fucking man. It's not my fault you got 5 baby daddies with 4 fucking kids and no else could fucking live. Not my problem, better get your ass a job. Go to sleep and trailer parks, better go to fucking Walmart. Walmart is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring.
Walmart
is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring.
Walmart
is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring.
Off the liquor, but I hit it. Yeah, I'm sipping on some Henny, going in, aisle 6. Hey, let me get some Remy. I'ma have my dick in there before it even hit me. If you think I'm about to drop a dime, how you know you tripping? For me the pussy free. For your man, you charge a fee. I'ma get up in the guts and you gon' try to have my seeds, and I'ma be a dead beat. I ain't tell you had that kid. You know I was about to nut, but you kept on riding dick. When it comes to being freaky, bitch, you an all-star, but you always broke. Better holler at Walmart, so you better take direction. Or bitch, take this lesson. Now get up on your knees. I don't wanna hear no questions.
Walmart
is always hiring.
Walmart
is always hiring.
Walmart
is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring.
Walmart
is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring.
Walmart
is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring. Walmart is always hiring.
Set that slang.
I've been walking broke. Walking in the rain.
Yeah.
She done put me out and I feel like a simp as lame. Ooh, no. Bitch, you fucked up a good man. Stop the cat. Bragging about you having a man, but you know you're lonely. Stop the cat. Saying that you got all the dough, but baby you have no money. The cat. Saying that your hair on your head is real, but you know it's not. The cat. Wearing some mop that you got from the good old pawn shop. Run around saying baby daddy left, but you know it's not
Stop
the cat. You don't do to live off the government, that's what you choose. You fucked up with a good man, you rather be ran through. You know you made a big mistake, leaving here for Section 8, even though you're living children new pappy. Claiming you're so strong and independent. You was just like them baby mama terrorist women. Fuck out of here. Even though you're living off government daddy, making them your children new pappy. Claiming you're so strong and independent. You was just like them baby mama terrorist women. Fuck out of here. One more time, come on. Even though you're living off government daddy, making them your children new pappy. Claiming you're so strong and independent. You was just like them baby mama terrorist women. Fuck out of here. Man. Shout out to the Cows gang. Yeah, it's been a minute. A lot of shit to take care of, a lot of shit going on. You know how that be. It's just called life. You know? It is what it is. But we definitely gonna have a good discussion today. Definitely gonna have a good discussion today. Get you fucking with a good man. Stop the cap. Bragging about you having a man, but you know you're lonely. Stop the cap. Saying that you got all the dough, but baby you have no money. And the reason why I let it repeat itself one more again, because you have a lot of people who be capping. I want to make sure y'all can hear me, because I don't want to start talking. Y'all be like, y'all can't hear me. Can y'all hear me? Let me know y'all can hear me, y'all. Let me know y'all can hear me. Shout out to everybody that's up in here, man. Yeah, it's been a while. Can y'all hear me? All right. Cool. I just want to make sure. I haven't did a live for months. Y'all already know. Couple of things I want to talk about. My man Frank said, hey, man, I wish you'd talk about the Big Tigger case. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the Big Tigger case this week. But I want to let y'all, know some updates. So I've been doing a lot of other shit outside of YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And I'm divorced now. So a lot of y'all, well, I ain't gonna say a lot of y'all, some of y'all who go through divorce, y'all go through the bullshit. You go through the tribulations, and then some just smooth selling. Now the divorce itself was smooth selling. You know what I'm saying? For me. But the thing about it is, as a man, when you go through any type of relationship for some years and then you part ways, as a man, unfortunately, you got to start over again. So then you got to do this, you got to do that. You got to make sure all your ducks in order. You got to make sure you ain't finna drown when you leave out the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of shit that I had to take care of and a lot of shit I had to do, and I had to wait on time for that divorce to be done. You know what I'm saying? So I had to take care of that. Also, I've been doing a bunch of Victim of Volunteers. If y'all don't know about Victim of Volunteer, it's my other channel that I do pre-recorded, talk about different situations. Ain't got nothing necessarily to do with child support. And you just decide you're a victim of volunteer. Subscribe to that channel. Just go on YouTube, type in Victim of Volunteer, and you will see it. Another thing is, I got some other stuff going on the outside, and, I just got to take care of that. So, I will be doing lives, but it won't be all the time like I used to. But I will be doing more pre-recorded videos. So it's not like I don't do a live,
but you don't see nothing that's popping up on the YouTube videos. So I'm gonna be doing more pre-recorded videos on this channel, so I don't just be stopping, gone for months, come back, stop, go on again and come back. I don't want to, definitely want to do no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But another thing is that I want y'all to know, July 4th is a special day. My son turned 18. That's the only time I gave a fuck about 4th of July, because my son was born on the 4th of July. So congratulate to my son. He's 18 years old now. But another thing that's so great about the 4th of July, I'm no longer on child support. You can't make this shit up. Child support is done. July 4th, 2026, my child support is out of there. It's somewhere in the promised land. It's somewhere with a Ku Klux Keisha. It's somewhere if somebody asks. But I ain't got to pay that motherfucker no more. No more child support. Done. Finalized. Over with. Flatline. Case closed, casket. Ain't no more of that bullshit. That shit is dead. That shit is dead. Any of you motherfuckers that get off child support and turn around and get with another bitch and get back on child support, the only thing I can say to you is let me see. What's a good one? Because you got the most stupidest motherfucker to get off child support to get back on child support for the same dumb shit that you went through before. I'm just gonna tell you like that.
Bro, why the fuck would you guys do this shit to me?
Yeah.
Bro, you can't have shit nice and easy. I swear to God, man, you can't have shit nice and easy.
Yeah.
Ooh,
shame on you.
Why would y'all do this, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Why would y'all do this?
Shame on you, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting back in that shit. Nuh-uh. I wouldn't get married again either. The only way I get married again, it's gonna be an arranged marriage. It's gonna be 100% certified, pay a diary, arranged motherfucking marriage if I turn around and get remarried again. Fuck that dumb shit. I see y'all brothers get married 2, 3, 4. Well, I ain't gonna say 2, 4, 5, 3 times. Time out. So I tried it again and I tried it again. Don't think I can say for you. Fuck out of here. If you're not doing arranged marriage and you 30, 40, 50 years old, don't even bother. Don't even bother. I say don't do it at all. But if you're going to do it, like I said, make sure it's arranged, paying a diary. Do like Perfect Blackness. Pay a diary. You pay that diary 9 out of 10, you ain't got to worry about no bullshit, because that person that he married or whoever the person that you marry is about the culture, and they don't want to be a disgrace to the family. They don't want to be isolated from their family because they care about family roots and family tradition and family units. But these baby mama tears don't give a fuck about that. That's why they choose single motherism. Single motherism at best for them. That's just what it is. So, like I said, you got one life to live. And one way you're gonna live it, you better live it good and live it bullshit free. And when you're dealing with the system, you deal with bullshit. See, when I was going through the child support, all I was trying to do was I was just fighting for equal pay at the time. I never gave a fuck about child support. You want me to pay child support, that's just what it is. I'll pay the child support. I just want equal pay at the time. But I had a bitch ass judge by the name of Judge Frederick Bates out there in Markham, who said he didn't believe in equal pay at the time. Motherfucker said he didn't believe in equal pay at the time. And I'm like, wait a minute. Fuck you mean you don't believe in equal pay at the time? I've been in my kids' life from birth. The kids was playing. Been in a relationship for 11 years. I stay 20 minutes away. I ain't got no criminal record. I got a job. I work. So what the fuck you mean you don't believe in equal pay at the time? That's when I had the reality that this system is not about right or wrong. It's not about who's the best fit. It's not about none of that. It ain't about, oh, he been there and did it the right way. It's not about you even being married first and then have kids. It's not about that either. It's about that Title 4D and making the course money, making the state money, making the United States of America money. See, even though they tell you that federally is unlawful, it's bullshit, right? But I want y'all to understand that the federal government turned their backs. Because if it was illegal, which it is, if they gave a fuck about it being illegal, then why they not going full-fledged and demolish the motherfucker? Because they get paid off that shit too. You have countries that deal with child support, but the government don't get none out of it. Africa's one of it. I looked it up, and I'll talk about that on another show as far as Africa. Nigeria, they have child support. You do pay a percentage, and they go off what the child need. But the government don't get a cut off that. You would think Africa, I'm just going to say Nigeria because I looked up Nigeria. You would think Nigeria would take a piece of it because Nigeria's fucked up over there. Don't get it twisted, y'all, when they talk that, you know, Black Americans are broken dusties ain't shit, because they shit way more fucked up than we are. You would think they would use child support to try to finance their government so Africa or Nigeria be better. You have some states that don't get a cut off the child support. They just make you pay child support. And that's how it should be. Now, I don't know if it's biased or not, that I can't answer. I'm just talking about child support as far as the money. See, America is a capitalist country, and they're not going to do anything to help you out if it's going to mean for them that they lose money. The judge told me that his job is to make the course money. So what does that tell you? That means fuck you being a father, fuck you doing the right way, fuck you being there, and fuck you planning them kids. Now, one thing about my uncles, got a bunch of uncles, and they in their 70s, they in their 80s. I might got a few in their 60s, but I'm talking to my 80-year-old uncle, 84, 86-year-old uncle, telling me some shit that I already know. But just like he said, he been divorced 3 times, and not one time had one of them, his wives, talking about child support. He gave him money, took care of his kids. He was able to see his kids, no problem, despite their situation. And he said, for a couple of my uncles said this, but for some white man, that's what he say, some white man to tell you when you get to see your kids and when you pay for your kids, he said he ain't going through that bullshit. He'll just pay the child support, go on about his business. And that's the point. We didn't ask the judge for permission to have sex, get married, plan these kids. But it's funny how these baby mama tests will quickly use the ace card, you know, the ace up the sleeve, and run right to that court when they see fit. And I'm going to tell y'all this again. And I want y'all to understand this very clearly. Every woman in the United States of America, regardless of what race, regardless of what culture, because most of them got the American culture. Once they culture they had, they shit the race once they come here, if they get Americanized. I want y'all to understand that they don't give a fuck if they have to use that ace card. Any woman and every woman can use an ace card. They are taught that. So you could be married for 6 years, 10 years, 20 years. They can use that ace card whenever they see fit. Now, a real woman, which is very few, a real woman knows she got the ace card and she knows she can use it, but she's not going to use it because, hey, she don't believe in the system, because the system will fuck you up, destroy you, make things worse than they have to be. Then you have the woman that, you know, that ain't how I was raised. I had a father, so, you know, I don't believe in that, using the system to destroy a man. And I'm talking about the ones who use it out of spite. I ain't talking about some legit, they got to call the police because they get their ass stumped out. I want you to understand that every woman has the ace card. Don't you ever think that a woman is not capable to do the ace card because it's your mama, because you grew up with this person, because you've been friends for over 30 years with this person, because of your cousin. They have the ACE card and they can use it whenever they see fit. And unfortunately, a lot of us don't know until shit hit the fan. And I'm gonna tell y'all this: if a motherfucker tell you they're gonna call the police, and it's definitely no reason, they just mention it because y'all arguing or y'all in disagreement or she pissed off, you leave that bitch alone. Don't come with that, well, maybe she was mad at the moment. Don't come with that, oh, well, you know, I did piss her the fuck off. Don't come with that, we've been together for all these years. And definitely don't come with that because we got kids. Any motherfucker tell you they gonna call the police on you and it wasn't warranted, you leave the ass where they stand and go on about your business. If that means get a divorce, if that means, you know what I'm saying, wash your hands and walk away, you leave the ass alone. I don't know how y'all niggas would deal with a bitch, how your ass locked up, how you jumped on, how you shot at and everything else, and you go back and fuck that bitch. Talking about, well, we got kids together. Oh, well, I loves her. Are you stupid? Get the fuck out of here. All you gotta do is tell me you gonna call the police, and I'm stage left. I'm not gonna make any excuse, because ain't no excuse for you to be talking about no police when ain't no reason for it. So, like I told y'all, a motherfucker will pull the ACE card up their sleeve whenever they see fit. Your mama used the motherfucking ACE card on your ass if she see fit. I'm telling you, you know, motherfuckers will set you up for failure, and then when you get killed, shot up, in a coma, now they want to cry and say, I didn't mean all that, I'm sorry, I love you. It's too late then, bitch. So don't even let it get to that point. Big Tigger, if I was him, after she came out and lied and say he beat her and all that shit, I will wash my hands, file for divorce, I'll go on and pay the child support. I want peace. And I always told y'all, if you don't have no peace, you don't have nothing. You got a bitch who will wait years to use the ACE card. And that's definitely unfortunate, because out of nowhere, you be like, where the fuck this come from? But you got kids with her, or because you married to him. But just understand, once you pull that ACE card, you break free. Yeah, if you gotta, you know, play the game, and if you have to, you know, prolong, because you can't just up and leave. But if you gotta prolong, stack some money up, set yourself up, you already know she's gonna run to the court for child support, or you already know she's gonna try to say, I want some spouse support. You talk to a lawyer on the side, a good lawyer. I ain't talking about no any lawyer. Talk to a good lawyer on the side that you know that's about, you know what I'm saying, doing his job or her job, because, you know, most of them don't. And just make sure you have all your ducks in order if you make that move. Already know you got to pay child support. But peace of mind is gold, and that's what you want. You want to have a goal in life. You don't need to be walking on eggshell because she already pulled out that ACE card and you forgave her. Fuck that. Ain't no, once a motherfucker talking about police, ain't no working nothing out. Because if she threatened to call the police on you once, she gonna call the police on you again. Another thing is, if she turn around and put your ass out and your dumb ass doing a boomerang gang, shame on you. Once she throw your ass out, she already lost respect for you. And when you come back to that motherfucker, she definitely lost respect for you. She's not gonna respect you. She gonna be saying in her mind,
I built that nigga.
She gonna think that.
I built that nigga.
So once a motherfucker put you out, tell you to leave and all that shit, stay gone. Now, don't get it twisted. If you got to come back because you got to get your shit in order and you able to try to, you know, play that game, then you do it. But if you don't have to come back, just come back and get your shit and move the fuck out. That's what I did. See, because unfortunately, even when you leave because you want peace, you leave because you don't want to make shit worse than it have to be, unfortunately, you still gonna be the bad guy. it's still gonna be your fault. You still gonna be the broke nigga. And you still gonna be the deadbeat. And I ain't talking about somebody that you got kids with. You a deadbeat even if you don't have kids with the motherfucker. You a deadbeat because she says you a deadbeat. You a low life because she says you a low life. You are a bum because she say you's a bum. And unfortunately, most people are gonna agree. That's why I always told y'all, keep your veins on ice cold and use the Reverend Next law.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Plain and simple. I'm just telling y'all, it's not worth playing a boomerang gang, and especially you 30, 40, 50 years old. I got a couple of people who I know, who I love dearly, 60-some years old, talking about some, my wife accused me of cheating, and I had to, I had to cut people off, and I haven't talked to my friends in years, and my certain family members in years. Nigga, I wish the fuck I would.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
You think I'm finna go to some shit like that at 60? Let alone I'm not going through it in my 40s. But can you imagine 60 years old and you being a sucker for some bitch that want to use that bullshit? You cheating so she can keep niggas away? Man, get the fuck out of here.
Kiss my ass, you don't like it.
Get the fuck out of here. That just means she want to cover her motherfucking tracks. She already hoeing and sucking and fucking and shit. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I wish the fuck I would. I'd rather live alone in a cave than deal with some bitch ass bitch telling me what the fuck I'm doing, and I know I'm not doing it. Nah, fuck you. See, that's the problem, man. We put other people's happiness over our own. Fuck that shit. You put your happiness first. You know what I'm saying? We always sacrificing for everybody else. We need to stop that shit, because most of these motherfuckers who you do it for don't deserve it anyway. Shout out to my man Frank, man. Appreciate him. Appreciate my man Frank. Shout out to him for the $50 donation. He said, thank you for always dropping a good game, brother. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm not even talking game. I'm just telling you the truth. The only problem is people don't like the truth. People gonna say, oh, well, you just mad and you feel. No, I'm not. I'm not mad. I ain't mad at all. I decided to make my move, and I made my move. I ain't running around throwing fish and swinging in the air. And I went on and stayed in the hotel for some months. No, it ain't one of some months. It was about 1 month. Stayed in the hotel for a month. Waited on the crib, and I got it. My credit was good. I made good money. I didn't have no problem. I had family members say, hey, you want to live with me, cuz? You can stay here, man. And I thought about it. I said, nah, did enough of that. I'll just ride it out here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, like I told y'all, you got a lot of people on YouTube, man. They say things they don't really mean. They say that just for y'all to, pay and get likes and everything else, but they wouldn't do it, or they ain't gonna do it. You find out after the fact these some sucker ass niggas. They save hoes. They be, they go from saying that you cut a bitch dry, but then turn around and call you toxic masculinity and shit. All that goof ass shit, because they got their money, they got a loyal fan base, they got a loyal following, so now they could be their true self. Basically, usually the goof ass. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, appreciate you, my brother Frank. And you already know, Frank, when it comes to $50 donation, we gotta let my man Clifford Burns. I wonder how that motherfucker doing that, man. It's been some years. Clifford Burns has been locked up. Shout out to you, my brother. Appreciate you.
Christmas Eve, and they're calling my lawyer for 2 payments, telling him there's a warrant going out for his arrest. Where does he live? I got a fucking apartment in the post office box because I don't want people bothering me anymore.
Yeah, appreciate you, my brother. The thing about it is, man, a lot of our problem, and I'm talking about men and women, we tend to stick around when you see shit ain't right, and you see that, this person is who they are, they showing the ace card, and you stay around for different reasons, different factors, but it don't benefit you. You gotta move around. It ain't worth it, because you the one gonna lose and to blow up in your face. Being a man, look at Big Tigger. He been doing the radio broadcasting for over 30 years, and he lost it all for one bullshit. 30 years and one bullshit, he had to quit. I don't know if y'all know this, but he had to quit. The radio station called him in, and I guess they didn't want to fire him. So, but they did have to let him go because they're going to lose sponsorships. So they had no choice but to cut ties. But they let him quit. So maybe he got a pension or something going on, and they let him quit. They didn't fire him because they could have just said, you fired. I guess they know the truth. They know what's going on, and they say, hey, you can quit, you know what I'm saying, because that's the best we can do. 30 years. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. When it comes to these baby mama tears, you could be doing your livelihood for whatever you do for 30 years, 20 years, 40 years, and guess what? You lose it all because of one motherfucking bitch. Who you call your wife, who you call your spouse, who you call your best friend, who you call your mother. Just understand it only takes one motherfucking lie, one motherfucking bullshit. And this is what I'm telling you. Motherfuckers talking about calling the police. Don't play that game. Go on about your business. Go on about your business. Because it's a video that came out that's much clearer. We're going to definitely talk about that. Matter of fact, I'll probably do the lab on it tomorrow. Tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Thursday. Tomorrow, Wednesday. I'll be able to do it. I'll be able to do it tomorrow. But like I was telling y'all, for those who just came in, I will be doing more pre-recorded videos. So still send me topics and stuff like that, but a lot of the stuff is going to be pre-recorded. I could probably do a live once or twice a week because I got a lot of shit I'm doing on the outside and I'm trying to build some shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to stop putting out the message or putting out the truth, you know? So, you know, it's just definitely unfortunate that as men, you're guilty to proven innocent. But even when you prove it innocent, you already lost it all. And now you got to build this shit back up again, unfortunately. Now, again, Brian McKnight. I'll be on Instagram. I talk to him sometime on there. I post something because he posts some stuff like, hey, I like you, man. He'll respond back to me. I got to talk about that. Now, you remember his son, the oldest one, I'm going to say Junior. He the one who came out and started this whole thing bad-mouthing his father, saying he was a deadbeat dad. He abandoned the kids. Grown motherfuckers, right? Brian McKnight just did an interview with who was this? The stepfather. So the stepfather married Brian McKnight Jr.'s baby mama. And he said that Brian McKnight Jr. only come out and see his kids once or twice a year. But he been running around here with his mama, talking about some deadbeat and he ain't this and he ain't that. And you ain't around your motherfucking kids. You can't make this shit up. My man K8 say, what are we celebrating? I'm off child support. That's what we celebrate. Well, I ain't celebrating it. I just put that as a thumbnail because that's the truth. I'm off child support. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm off child support. I'm free from the system. I'm free from government daddy. I'm free from the bitch ass judge. I'm free like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to talk about the Brian McKnight situation because I got the video. You know, he interviews his oldest son's baby mama husband. We're going to talk about it. He did an interview with him. Brian Brian McKnight is the one who told me on Instagram. He said, you know, why my son been talking about me for all these years and come to find out he don't even see his own kids. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. And shout out to Brian McKnight, man, because Brian McKnight kept his veins on ice cold. He washed his hands from his kids, the grandkids, and everybody else. And he's living his life over there with Leilani and other kids. And he's living good. People's kids. And this is what I don't understand about these terrorists, though, and these simple forces. How y'all gonna call him broke when he makes more money than you? He's worth $10 million. And he's still doing shows. He's finna do a show today, I believe, in Illinois, in Highland, Illinois, Highland Park, Illinois, up north. Him and Gladys Knight. He's still doing shows. Then he got a show in Africa with him, After 7, all this other shit. He's still making money, but people saying he broke. How can somebody broke call another man broke? I don't get it. But think about it, y'all. Most of y'all are so-called broke deadbeats, and you make more money than your baby mama. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. So I'm gonna play this interview because that's what I want to talk about today. The stepfather name is Nathaniel Gladwell, and he talks about, you know, how it is, I guess, being a stepfather, and talk about Brian McKnight Jr. not even coming around. And a lot of people got mad at Brian McKnight saying, oh, you doing this to demonize your son. How the fuck is he doing it to demonize his son when his son, the one who started this motherfucker back in 2018? You can't make this shit up. You remember when I first talked about it? That was back in 2018, I believe, when they lied and said he wasn't involved, and come to find out his two sons was living with him. And they didn't want to do nothing. They wanted to live up off his money. Come on, man. But it doesn't matter because he will always be a deadbeat to them. You see what I'm saying? Always. So let's check this shit out. Shout out to Brian McKnight for, like I said, keeping his veins on ice cold and living his life. Shout out to him. So dude on the left is the stepfather, and he married Brian McKnight Jr.'s baby mama. Now, she married a white man, and he decided to love her, and I guess the kids too. And it's very interesting what you're going to hear in the interview. This is why I want y'all to listen to it. You know, this is, I will say this. What happened between Brian McKnight and his kids, definitely an unfortunate situation, but check this out. He won't be the first and definitely won't be the last. As long as we got this unjust system, these baby mama terrorists, it's going to always be like this. Always going to be like this. But once we change the laws in our mind and move around differently, we won't have no problems, or we won't have this problem no more. You know what I'm saying? Let's check this video out, man.
Welcome to Fatherhood Fridays. Fatherhood is not defined by who helped create a child. It's defined by who shows up, who sacrifices. Today, we're talking to someone who knows exactly what I'm talking about. I welcome to Fatherhood Fridays, Mr. Nathaniel Gladwell. How are you, my man?
I'm doing well. Appreciate you having me on here. It means a lot.
I love your story. Just to give a little backstory, Nathaniel's married to his wife, and she had 2 kids, and now they have just had a kid of their own. And I just want to know, what has that journey been like for you? You're young. Obviously, there's a lot of things you could have done. There's also I don't want to say a racial component, but you happen to be, at least if my eyes don't, but you're white, she happens to be black. How is this journey?
Yeah, there's no filter on the screen. I'm white. Yeah, so I think our story is pretty cool and very unique. I think if you wrote it down on paper, it wouldn't make sense. And when you see it, it still sometimes doesn't make sense, but it works. We love each other dearly, and we love our kids, and it's been a joy. I think you definitely hit it on the head whenever you're introducing or first bringing up to friends or family members, they're kind of a little awestruck with the idea, especially initially when we first met. And I guess I just fell in love and I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah, I know exactly how you feel. One of the things that is really easy for me, it's been really seamless. How has that been for you with your two older children's father? Is there a relationship there with you, with the kids?
I want y'all to understand, even though he's saying relationship with the father, he's talking about his son. So understand when he say the father or that guy, he won't acknowledge him as his son. He's just saying the father. He's talking about Brian McKnight Jr., you know what I'm saying? The son he cut off. So understand when he say like the father, he's talking about he's talking about his own son. So that's what we talking about. This interview again, for those that didn't get it, this is the stepfather of Brian McKnight Jr.'s baby mama. He married Brian McKnight Jr.'s baby mama. And Brian McKnight interviewing him, talking about basically his son, even though he don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? He don't, and I understand fully. So
With your two older children's father, is there a relationship there with you, with the kids? Is there static? How does that work?
Yeah, I'll say a relationship with their dad, it's really just every once in a while we'll catch him if we're in town and he happens to be in town. I'm someone that tries to forgive and love as much as I can because I've been forgiven so much in my life. So I don't really have anything against anybody. I think it's just a matter of people are in different seasons of life, and sometimes it just doesn't match up the way it could or should have. But yeah, I just try to give grace as much as I can because, like I said, I've been given a lot of grace in my life. I'm not perfect whatsoever. And I think a lot of that comes into play with being a father. I think to be a father, obviously, you got to be a man. And to be a man, like, you got to really realize to be selfless and to understand you don't have it figured out at all. And you never will. Every day is going to be a completely new story, a new journey, especially with kids. And I think it's fun and it's very rewarding, but it's difficult.
I want y'all to understand that the Brian McKnight Jr. only come around once in the blue moon if they happen to see him when they come in and out of town or whatnot. Now, ain't this the same son that badmouthed his dad? Badmouthed his dad saying that he a deadbeat, he abandoned the kids, he did all these things. And now he's out here not being around his kids, but he's doing interviews trying to badmouth his father. You cannot, and I say you cannot make this shit up. You can't make this shit up, but I'm not surprised. Because remember he did that interview with him and his mama, he did an interview with Goofy, and he basically said that he's on child support. He said that he, know how it is, but at the same time, you still got issue with your father, knowing that your mama caused a lot of this shit, most of this shit, wrote the blueprint for it, and you fell for it. Let's continue.
But we love it.
Now, since that dynamic, how do you discipline children that may or may not be yours? How do you approach that side of it when you're trying to discipline children that may or may not be yours? How do you handle that?
Yeah, discipline is always a tricky thing because I don't like dishing it out. It's ever changing. Like Lauren's trying to figure it out. We're still newlywed and I'm trying to figure it out. There are times where Lauren, my wife, will try to remind me like, hey, picture this as your blood. Because although they may not be, picture it as your blood.
I want you to understand, and this is what I'll be talking about. See, I want y'all to understand that you have these women who don't mind the dude they meet on eBay to touch your child. They don't mind that. Picture them as they are your blood. Picture them as them being your blood, and you do what see fit. See, they are so quick, and I'm not really talking about this situation, but they are so quick to move the biological dad out the way and let some motherfucker who they just met on YouTube come in the house, babysit while she go to work, watch the kid, whoop the kid ass, be daddy to him. But then down the line, they find out that that kid's been touched the wrong way and been getting abused and shit. And then you want to sit back and act like you didn't know nothing about this.
How dare you do this to
See?
me? How do
Yeah.
you live with yourself?
See, these baby mama terrorists don't mind opening up their livelihood for that nigga. Long as you ain't around, they'll let anybody around their kids. This is how a lot of shit go down. And it's mostly from the mother with the new boyfriend or new husband. And unfortunately, you got these sucker ass new husbands who actually blend in like her, don't like the old boyfriend or the old husband because of what she said. And I'll be damned if he ain't doing the same shit that she's doing. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. This is why a lot of our kids be set up for self-destruction, because they'll let any man around they motherfucking kids and then try to come with that. Just see him as your blood. Fuck, in other words, fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga.
As they're your blood, you don't want to come off too harsh. You also don't want to just let them off. But I think too, having our own together, my wife and I, really has unlocked even more with the love and the discipline. Like, maybe they're not mine, but I'm gonna love them to death. I can remember when we first met and we were driving around and my daughter, Ember, was in the back seat and she was singing a song. This is the first interaction I had with the whole family, us four in the car driving around, and she was singing a song and I was like, something in it just clicked and I was like, I really want this. I cannot wait to have this. I always knew I wanted kids, but it was in that moment where I was like, this is unbelievable. It's like an instant family. I love this to death. And Lauren's amazing. The way I see her interact with Brian and Ember, it just really awoken in me. I want a family, and this is an amazing one to start.
That's an amazing story. Here's a question though. If their father wanted to be more involved, how would that change things, or would it change things at all?
I think I would encourage it in certain aspects, because I never want to, I try to see things from everybody's perspective as best as I can. But I think there is a touch of protection that, as a father or even a friend, that you want to make sure that your kids are always in an environment that is healthy. And I know at times we can be strict over here, but I think that we want to have our kids always in a safe environment and a healthy environment. And it's always tricky because some things are he said, she said, and others you may have seen firsthand where you're like, don't know if it would be wise for my son or daughter to be in an environment without me present.
You strike.
Hey, so in other words, basically what he's saying is, just like they married now, just like his wife said, treat them as they're your blood. So in other words, he basically saying that I don't really want dude around unless I'm around, because, I don't trust him. He ain't shit. Because that's how I take it. How many of you brothers went through that where the new boyfriend or the new husband, basically want to interfere in what you got going on with your child? I know some can relate to that. Oak Summers, what's good, my brother? Man, that's basically what he's saying. He's basically saying that, hey, to a certain aspect, a certain point. In other words, he make that call, and basically he don't want dude around like that. And if he do, I need to be there because she said so. Believe that. She said so. Not him. She said so. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Brian Jr. got this. Maybe she's a baby mama Ted. I wouldn't be surprised. And he probably had to do the same thing. Wash his hands, move on. I see you when I see you. But unfortunately, you badmouth your dad, knowing that your mama put that battery pack on your back, knowing that a lot of this shit you put out there was lies, knowing that it was going to try to sabotage his career and his livelihood. And now you want to play victim, talking about, well, we need to get back to doing music together. We need to get back to doing concerts. No, you need the help. Yeah, so this dude basically saying, shit, you know, it depends. You know, I got to be there. You know, they're my blood.
And an environment without me present.
Yeah,
You strike me as the kind of young man that really knows who he is and knows what he wants and is willing to do whatever it takes to get everybody what they need. And I feel the same way about our life. I have my own relationship with Julia. I have my own relationship with Jack. They love their little brother more than anything in the world. It just, the family aspect of this is just, it's really something I've never had. I feel, and then you add to that Leilani's parents, who are my parents. They've been more my parents than my parents ever were. My parents divorced when I was 10, but I finally know what it's like to be in a family that way. And just like you, at 57, I have a 3-year-old. So now I'm learning all these things that I never ever knew. So I wanted to have you come on here and just tell your story.
Yeah, and to that point, like I can remember Ember now, she's what, 8? And when I first met her, I think she was 4. And now it's like she doesn't even really remember a time where I wasn't there. So that aspect's, it's cool to walk into that role, and I've just always been there for her now. But I can remember early on, Ember would always slip up and say "Dad" to me, and it made me feel great. But it also sometimes it breaks your heart because you're like seeing it from her perspective of yearning to say that to someone finally and being able to. And it's quite the burden as a man to carry that. But again, it's extremely rewarding.
Brent GA asked, is this white dude a simp enforcer? As far as I'm concerned, he a simp enforcer. As far as I'm concerned, he a simp enforcer. Now, you want to marry somebody with kids? Okay, cool. Play at your own risk. But when he talking about treat him like the blood and he got to see if the father could come around and all that shit, yeah, he a simp enforcer. Because I guarantee you, despite Brian Jr. being a sucker-ass goofy and how he did his father, I guarantee that he was dealing with a baby mama terrorist as well. You know what I'm saying? How many of you brothers thought that your father was a piece of shit? Or you thought that your father didn't want to be bothered with you? I ain't gonna say piece of shit. You thought your father didn't want to be bothered with you because your mama said so, or your grandma said so, or your mama's side of the family said so. And then you have resentment and hatred and bitterness towards him. And then when you get grown, you find out when you go through the situation, the truth. Or you find out later on from your mama that it wasn't true from the shit you went through dealing with her motherfucking ass. I'm just saying, a lot of men don't find out till they grown and they go through the same bullshit and don't realize that at the time your mama thought that she was telling the truth, and come to find out it was all lies.
You've been had, you've been took, you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Appreciate you, Knockout. Yeah, no more child support. Yeah, freedom papers. I'm free. I'm be honest with you. Even when I was going through being on child support, I was free anyway. Once you wash your hands, and I told you just pay the state and let the state pay them, you free. That's why I made sure I didn't have no rears or nothing like that, so I can stay free. Because once they had that clamp on your arm, that's on you for life till you dead. Anything you get, they're gonna take it. So, you know, so yeah, appreciate it.
How did they feel about their own dad?
I never want to try to put someone down, but it has been tough at times where maybe they're expecting phone calls or visits or special moments with their biological dad, and maybe they're told one thing and then there's no follow through. So that puts even more pressure on me, where if I say I'm going to be somewhere, if I say I'm going to do something, I better be there.
So basically he's saying that Brian McKnight Jr. be giving false promises, false hope. He don't come around like he's supposed to, like he promised. You know what I'm saying? It's funny how he dissed his father say he abandoned the family and all that, but he won't come around his kids. Again, he might not come around because old girl baby mama terrorist. But unfortunately, since the way he did his dad like that shit, nobody had no sorrow for him. But he talking about his father.
Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of moments, especially with Brian, my oldest son. He's 12 now, and I think there is at times there is that racial thing where I'm not black, and I'm never gonna be able to fulfill that desire, perhaps, that his biological dad would have. So at times, like, there's certain things I'm not ever gonna be his biological dad, and I think there's like that yearning that he desires it, but it's not present. So I think there's that internal conflict that he has, that it's kind of like, these are the cards you've been dealt, and it's hard as a young boy to realize those things at such a young age, 5, 6, 7, 8. You start to realize he's not going to be around. He's not coming around. But I think things with Ember, it's a little different because I did kind of catch her on the younger side, where I've always been dad, it seems like. So it's a little bit more of a refreshing feeling, I feel like, when it comes to things.
You've been with the kids now for how many years?
Verse 8, so probably a little close to 5. We're coming up on 5, I think, of knowing them, yeah.
And if you could give it like how often their dad comes around, how often would that be in these last 5 years?
On average, maybe once or twice.
So like once or twice a year or once or twice?
Yeah, probably once or twice a year. Mainly like a birthday or Christmas type of thing.
Now, see, you saw the look on Brian McKnight's face. You saw the look at you saw the look on Brian McKnight's face. So all this time, Brian Jr.'s been talking about him abandoning the family, dad not being around and all that shit. But yeah, you only see your kids once or twice a year. Once or twice a year. But you talking about your father. That's some shit right there, man.
What's wrong with y'all niggas? What's wrong with you?
That's some shit right there. Shit right there.
On average, maybe once or twice.
So like once or twice a year or once or twice?
Yeah, probably once or twice a year. Mainly like a birthday or Christmas type of thing. And I think, too, from kind of what I have gathered, is it just doesn't seem like there is even a desire or want to be that dad towards them. So then that's where it's kind of made it easier on my end to be like, okay, he doesn't want to involve himself. So that kind of gives me free reign. Not that that's a lack of a better term, but
no, he said it like he said, free reign. He got free reign to take over. So he had to change that up because he realized he still talking to his father, but Brian and I don't give a fuck. See, he said it make it easier for him, and that's why I say now, dude right here might be a good stepdad. I can't speak on him, but I'm telling you, that same way a lot of these sucker stepdaddy pedophile ass niggas that be on some shit, it's make it easier for him to get on in and do what he want to do, whether it's abuse, sexually, abuse, physically, mentally, all that shit. See, I want y'all to understand these baby mama terrors will allow them to make it easier for them to do what they want to do. You cannot make this shit up. I'm telling you, man.
What's wrong with y'all niggas? What's wrong with you?
Then he said he got to change his word. Nah, stick to what you said. It's easier. It's easier. Long as he ain't around, you play the role, they gonna like you. But to me, it seemed like the son, he around, but he ain't falling for that daddy shit, not to him, because he older. The little one, yeah. It's easier for her, versus that 12-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Now that 12-year-old might be rebellious. He might be talking back. He might end up doing all that shit because his dad not around, and the baby mama test allow it. You know what I'm saying? Can't make this shit up. Let's continue.
Made it easier on my end to be like, okay, he doesn't want to involve himself. So that kind of gives me free reign. Not that
free reign.
That's a lack of a better term, but it gives me free reign to paint my own canvas, I guess you could say, as being a dad, and I have to look over my shoulder like someone's parenting me on parent, if that makes sense.
That brings up another question, though.
Yeah.
You have your family, you have Lauren's family. Now, their father, I'm sure, has family. Are they involved at all? There's got to be a grandmother or other people that are aunts, uncles, cousins, anybody else that's around?
On his side,
Yes.
from what I've experienced and seen, my wife has been the mother and the father, and then I've stepped in as the father. And it takes a village, and I've seen it in our family unit, but then also through dating and engagement and seeing the village of my wife's side being involved and really carrying the load as grandparents, cousins, and such.
So I want y'all to understand what he just asked him. He basically asked, was Julie McKnight involved? Because she says she's the grandmother and she's the real mama, and she do what need to be done. I'm the HNIC, I'm the mother hen, I'm the pillar, and I'm the the matriarch of this shit. He just asked him, was his son's side of the family involved with the grandkids? And he said no. It always been her side of the family. You can't make this shit up. But y'all going on social media doing interviews trying to badmouth Brian McKnight when you ain't doing shit that you supposed to do. Boy.
You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Because what a lot of grandmothers do, when they see that their son is not involved like that, the grandmother usually pick up the slack and be there for them grandkids. For the most part, a real grandmother do. And they'll try to water it down about the son, but they there, to try to ease some of the tension and pain and hurt and whatever they feel, right? No, not this motherfucker. I guess she said, I got to keep writing them books. Writing them books. And do interviews and talk about Brian McKnight so I can stay relevant.
It doesn't seem like that side of the family is doing much of anything for these kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's wow. My hat's off to you, because a lot of people are out there dealing with a lot of different things, and to take us responsibility, frankly, when you didn't have to, and it can only be love. And I can see with you and Lauren, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Now, if you have any advice for fathers out there, what advice would that be?
Oh, wow. Stop at 3. No, I'm kidding around. Some advice I would have is, as a father,
You fucking nincomb fucking poop.
every day is going to be a new day. It truly is. You're going to fill the roles in different ways. You might have to discipline. You might have to love. You might have to stay up late and comfort. And you're never going to do things perfectly. I think realizing you're flawed as well. I think having transparency is the best way I could put it. Is although they are kids, I think being transparent with them. Hey, I'm trying to figure this out too. This is the first time I've been a dad, and I'm going to try my best every single day to love you, to listen. I think oftentimes, as you can tell, we talk a lot, but the most important thing is listening, and listening to what your kids need and what they want. And as the parent and the father, determining, let's get them the needs, and let's determine if the wants are really what they should have right now. And let's take it day by day, but also just giving grace. And also, I think the most important thing about being a father is finding a good woman.
Number one.
And Lauren, behind every good father is a great woman, for sure. That's what I can say. Most definitely, I can see that in my upbringing. My dad was fantastic. My mom, right there with him, a fantastic woman. If you find a good father, interview the wife too, because there's probably a motherhood right there as well.
Thank you so much for being a part of this. My hat's off to you, as I said earlier, and congratulations on the wedding, on the new baby, on everything. Congratulations to you, and kudos to your family and to Lauren's for stepping in.
Yeah, we love it. We have a good time here. We have a good time.
Sounds like it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, thought I know. Hold on.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hold on. Go back up there. So that's the baby mama, I guess, because I never seen her before. and this is the best I can get it while showing it. I wish I didn't have to show Brian McKnight's face, but yeah, this is yeah, Kevin. He's the stepfather of Brian Jr.'s baby mama. He married Brian Jr.'s baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Blue, appreciate you, my brother. You know, I wish the fuck I would. I wish the fuck I would. I wish the fuck I would be this nigga. I wish I would. Nah, you right. You don't see. Well, you know what, Frank? Frank say he don't see many brads come behind a brother. You have some that do, because let's be real, a lot of these motherfuckers don't have shit going on like that. To stoop down to this low of a level to get a motherfucker, yeah, he ain't got nothing going on. The Bell, shout out to the P. Bro, you know what? This dude right here, I wouldn't take no advice from, except to learn what not to do. Except to learn what not to do. That's the only thing you can learn from a dummy, is to learn what not to do. You can learn from anybody, but you only can learn what not to do. Shout out to Cali West, man. What's up, Cali? For the $5 donation. Y'all subscribe to his channel, man. He's doing the Lord's work, definitely on Facebook. He's a salute to the Cows gang from the New Jam City crew. Keep doing the Lord's work. I'm trying, my brother. Yeah, you know, let's go to this sly lip looking motherfucker. You know, it's I got a song that I created that I believe will go with this dude right here. You know, I think it'll go with this dude. I'm not gonna tell you the title. You just listen to the lyrics. I wrote it, but I'm not singing it. You know, I've been using this AI shit, and y'all tell me what y'all think. But I think it goes with this narrative right here. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. If you're a step parent and you don't have them problems, this ain't about you. This ain't about you. But if you one of them step simp suckers who want to turn around and keep the father out the picture, aid assist the baby mama terrorist, you want to be a sucker ass goofy like him, because this dude talking about if he come, he gotta be there and shit. The fuck you need to be there for? You know what I'm saying? You want to take over and be the robot for this baby mama terrorist? You want to be a 10-man ass nigga? This song is for you. And I want y'all to take heed. Tell me what y'all think about it, because this is what a lot of these dudes do. Even the ones that's not stepdaddies, they have simple force of mindset, no different. They're eventually gonna be a step sucker. Check this out.
Yeah. Met a woman that I love who was kind and so sweet.
Yeah.
Didn't know I signed up for her in a minivan fleet. 5 little rugrats calling me dad by week 2. Now I'm buying Happy Meals and some light up shoes. Baby daddy's win ghosts, they all vanished in the wind. Now I'm shopping at suckers, fake smiling, trying to pretend. Paying daycare, rent car notes, and a Wi-Fi too. While she posting Boss Queen with my paycheck on YouTube. She said a real man gon' step up and pay all the bills.
Sucker.
Never cook or clean, but she got that ball. For real, for real. She praised me being a real man and being a good endorser. But to the world, I'm a step dummy and a simp enforcer. I'm a sucker stepdaddy. Captain save the day. Raising another mental rosters. Watching money fly away.
Yeah.
Thinking I'm the hero, but I'm really just a fool. Paying for everything while she chilling by the pool. Sucker stepdaddy, wallet on flatline. Baby daddies don't have them problems, somehow it's all mine. Thought I was the man, now the joke's on me. Feeling poor, broken, lonely, while they all living off me. Birthday parties, brazen ballet on Tuesday. Basketball on Wednesday, man, my pockets yelling Mayday. One need braces, one got shoes too tight. I'm working double overtime. She out with her homegirls, living the best life. She call me king, but I'm the court jester. Paying all the bills while she brags about getting cheddar. Bitch, because of you, I done fucked up my credit. Men, take heed to this song or else you'll live to regret it. She said a real man gon' step up and pay all the bills. Never cook or clean, but she got that bomb. For real, for real. She praised me a great man for being a good endorser. But to the world, I'm a step down the innocent enforcer. I'm a sucker stepdaddy. Captain saved the day. Raising another man's on roster. Watching money fly away. Thinking I'm the hero, but I'm really just a fool. Paying for everything while she chilling by the pool.
One more time.
Sucker stepdaddy, wallet on flatline. Baby daddies don't have them problems, somehow it's all mine. Thought I was the man, now the joke's on me. Feeling poor, broken, lonely, while they all living off me.
Oh, yeah. Man, I've been writing some shit, man. I've been doing a lot of shit behind the scenes. That's what I say. I ain't got time to be on here no more, man. I gotta put some shit out here, man. Hey, I'm gonna have all that soon, man. I just want y'all to understand, man, that song right there, a lot of motherfuckers know exactly what I'm talking about.
You go fuck yourself, convict!
They would do anything for one of these convicts. Yeah. Shout out to the Cows gang, though. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. But yeah, I'm off child support. That shit's done. I'm free. I'm just trying to continue to do what I need to get done for me and my livelihood. Staying out the way from bullshit, dumb shit, and just trying to grow and do better for myself. You know what I'm saying? When it come to my kids, we doing great. We doing great. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know, no more of the goofy shit. No more of the goofy shit. You know, it's unfortunate though that you have a lot of brothers that ain't able to rekindle the relationship, and it's unfortunate that the man got to still pay for child support for a kid he can't see, or for a kid that don't want to see him, or that continue to have to deal with baby mama terrorism. It's definitely unfortunate. But I pray for you other brothers who still in the trenches, who still, you know, caught in the system. I pray for y'all. I pray for y'all brothers who's, you know, fell on hard times and they still ain't got out of the hole. You know what I'm saying? I pray for y'all. Because what a lot of y'all went through, I didn't go through. I paid $513 a month. That didn't hurt my pockets. You know, Even though motherfuckers ran around talking about I was mad because I'm on child support when I'm paying $513 for 2 kids. This brother's paying $600 for one. If I'm sitting back mad about $513, then shit, I am fucked up and struggling in a low light bum. Gotta be. Cause I'm $500. Shout out to Fear the Nun for the $10 donation, man. I appreciate you, brother. You know, I appreciate you. Knockout said where the songs been played that I be playing on the intro. None of them is up. I was gonna put on YouTube. I'm gonna put on YouTube because you know them just some songs. I ain't gonna get none out of them because a lot of them motherfuckers, you know, I'm using somebody else's tracks. But with the song though, I'm using my own original tracks and shit. So yeah, I got some songs. I'm definitely probably put some videos to go with it and shit. You know, Christian George, what's up, Pride? Shout out to you, my brother. You already know what it is. Love, life, loyalty for life. You already know, you know. But it's unfortunate that as men, let me change that. You have some new pages out here that talk about child support, that talk about, you know, these baby mama terrorists, but they don't talk about it like that. You have motherfuckers that want to tell you as men that is no excuse why you ain't continue to fight for your kids. Now, I always told y'all, fight for your children, but if you see you have to make a move, wash your hands and move the fuck on. If you can come back to fight another day, then do it. But if not, go on about your business. Don't lose your livelihood for no one. And you have these social media motherfuckers who talks about this shit, but they still blame you as the father. Yeah, the baby mama test alienated you. Yeah, the baby mama test manipulated the kid. Yeah, the baby mama test had you locked up in jail. Yeah, the baby mama test got you fired. But you was just as bad as she is if you don't continue to fight for your child. You can't make this shit up. So whose fault will it always be?
It's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault.
It will always still be your fault. And this is why I tell y'all, keep your veins on ice cold and live your life like you're supposed to. Fuck them kids and fuck them bitches and everybody else that want to side with that hoe. Because, you know, a lot of them motherfuckers sit back and say, it's both y'all. Both y'all just mean I'm not finna go against her. I'm going to put on both of y'all because I can't go against her. See? And then you're going to have motherfuckers who turn around and tell you that you wrong for not fighting no more. How many videos that I posted where the father was murdered trying to see his kid, or he died from cancer? Ted died for cancer. White man, he died from cancer trying to fight to see his kid. What about the man whose son, remember the video I did? This is talking about the white dude. The son was dying of cancer and he couldn't even see his son take his last breath. And he fought, and the court sided with her any motherfucking way. They let him see him for 10 minutes. So don't you tell me or any other man that he should always fight for his motherfucking kid when all this shit going on and it's allowed and motherfucker dying from this shit, killing themselves because of this shit, getting murdered because of this shit. Man, fuck you and the rest of you motherfuckers. I wish the fuck I would. Don't no motherfucker tell me what to do anyway, but I'd be damned if some motherfucking bitch, some motherfucking new group, some motherfucker that's supposed to be against the baby mama terrorist and child support. I don't give a fuck. You don't tell me that I need to keep fighting a losing battle in the motherfucker first place. But you will always be the bad guy. You will always be wrong. You will have men call you out because you stopped fighting. Shout out to my brother, Christian George, for the $5 donation. He said, love, life, loyalty. You already know what it is. With that being said,
truth is what it is.
Truth what the fuck it is. Perfect blackness. Hey, perfect blackness. I was telling everybody, if you're going to get married again, I told them do your motto. Find somebody, pay a dowry, Do a marriage like that, you can't go wrong 9 times out of 10. Best way to go. And also now with Perfect Blackness, he say get a non-Black American woman, go to Africa somewhere, get somebody Black overseas somewhere. That's what he say. But like I say, get a diary. Never get a diary because you ain't got to worry about the bullshit from that wife because she's not going to fuck up her family values and tradition and beliefs. She going to get chin checked by her mama and her daddy. See, that's what you want. So if you're going to get married here in America, that's what you do. God damn it. That's the way to go. You know what I'm saying? Knockout said he's seen a man on Instagram getting extorted for $1,000 to see his kid on the 4th of July. Send me that video, brother. Send me that video. Email me the video. BabyMamaTerrace@gmail.com. Send me that because that's the stuff I'm gonna be posting on this page. Because like I tell y'all, for those just coming in, I will be able to do a live once or twice a week. I won't be able to do lives every day like I used to. But what I will start doing, I'll be having pre-recorded videos like on Victim of Volunteer talking about this bullshit that continues to go on and continue to happen because a lot of us lack knowledge. And let's be real, a lot of us are dumb suckers. But we need to spread the word to everybody else that want to listen and take heed. You know what I'm saying? Because I always told y'all from day one since I got here, the majority in our society will not side with you. You will always be the bad guy, whether if you did it the right way, the wrong way. You planned this. You got married first. You was in the relationship with the same one for over 20 years, and you've been there from day one and all that shit. You will always be the bad guy. Always gonna be the bad guy. Shit. So that's what I'm saying, man. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. I will be live tomorrow, same time. We're gonna talk about Big Tigger. We're gonna talk about Big Tigger because all that shit was a lie. And that song that y'all heard, Sucker Stepdaddy, goes with him too. He's a sucker too. He's a sucker too. And I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow and why Big Tigger is a sucker. He a big ass sucker. He a dumb ass sucker. I'll be honest with you, I don't have no sympathy for him like that because he been warned 2 times about this motherfucker he married. I'm just telling you. I don't. I'll put the email in there right now. But yeah. But this story is a lesson to be learned. And also, y'all gonna learn to take heed when a motherfucker talking about calling the police. Before she even make that phone call, just mention the police. Walk away. Run away. Don't walk. Run away. Motherfucker mention police, cut their ass off. Fuck that shit. Cut them off. Let me put this in here. Baby mama says. All right, this is in there. BabyMamaTerrace@gmail.com. Definitely email me that. $1,000 to see his kid on the 4th. I wouldn't pay that motherfucking shit. Fuck you. I'm bruh, I already told y'all. The problem is in our society, we reward people for their bad behaviors. I'm not rewarding you for your bad behavior. Fuck you. Get a job at Walmart. Nah. I'm not getting no $1,000. Nah. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it tomorrow, bro. If anybody have any videos, I got 2 videos that just came out that was clear with Big Tigger with the wife. Email me whatever y'all got so I can set this. I'm gonna look myself, so don't think when I tell y'all to send things I ain't looking. Send it to me. I'm gonna do a live on that. But like I told y'all, I'm gonna be doing pre-recorded videos just like I do with Victim of Volunteer. I'm gonna be doing YouTube shorts as well. I'm gonna be doing more on my platform. But like I said, it'd be more pre-recorded. But I am gonna do lives twice a week. I'm not gonna have no set days because I just got too many things I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Stuff I'm trying to take care of and stuff that I'm building. You know, when you get out of situations, you are supposed to try to do better. You know, you have to right whatever wrongs that you have done. You have to change the laws of your mind not to let this happen again 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You see what I'm saying? You have to definitely continue to grow and live because you only live once. You can't dread on whatever the fuck happened in your situation. Yeah, is you gonna think about it? You're gonna have one of them days you probably get in your feelings. You have one of them days you might have to have the shades closed and the shit drawn for a day. But after that, man, as a man, you gotta get up and walk the fuck on. Unfortunately, because we don't have that luxury to whine and cry every day like women do. Cause some sucker nigga gonna pretend to be their friend so he can hit it, and he turn around to be the next sucker. It's his turn now. Understand that. So you just gotta live and do you and do what works for you, and stay the fuck out of touch. You know. With that being said, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all no longer. I will be live tomorrow. We're gonna talk about the big Tigger thing. It is an unfortunate situation, but I don't feel sorry for him because he was told by 2 different dudes not to deal with this motherfucker. She's a baby mama tears off the top. Ku Klux Keisha at your service. And that's all she ever gonna be. Straight up. Straight up. Sucker. Let me see. Hold on. Let me put it in the comments. I don't know why, but I put it in through the phone. I guess it ain't go through. All right. It's in here now, right here. Matter of fact, yeah, it's right here, y'all. So definitely email me whatever y'all still have, and any videos, anything. Because I'm gonna be doing a lot of pre-recorded videos, shorts. Now, like I say, I'll do a live twice a week. I just won't be able to do it. Let me see if I can pin. I should be able to, let me see if I can pin it to the top. I got on my pen. Let me see. But I appreciate y'all definitely tuning in, man. It's been a minute. I want to give a shout out to Ramil because I see Ramil kind of been back on his doing YouTubes off and on or whatever. A shout out to Jap. I see Jap been on doing this thing. I see Coach Greg Adams still be doing this thing. You know, shout out to all them. I see Dennis Sperling still be on here. Shout out to him too. You know, I still see some of the guys, you know. Let me see. Perfect Blackness. My man got a diary. He ain't dealing with it. Shout out to Perfect Blackness. Trying to get on it through my monitor. Hold on.
At the start of the game, you can choose any.
All right. It should be pinned to the top now. It says pinned to the top. But yeah, man, I definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Yeah, I'm free, man. I'm free from that. And what people don't understand. You got some brothers who do have issues paying child support because it's fucking up their livelihood. Some guys paying $1,000, $800, $900, and they ain't allowed to be a father in their children's lives and still going through the bullshit. But a lot of times it's not about, paying money in child support. It's the bullshit that the system controls you and your money. They get in your business and they aid assist these baby mama terrorists. That's the problem. It ain't about take care of the child. Ain't never was about take care of the child. These baby mama terrorists would rather put you on child support and get $300 in a blunder mouth than the man not being on child support and he buying everything you need. He never says no. He go get it. Or he's giving you $500 out of his own money without the courts. But you thought the courts was gonna give you more money, and then you're disappointed when you only get $300 in the blunder mouth. And now you mad because he ain't giving you nothing else. Come on, man. Make that make sense. Yeah. Thanks, Knockout. Let make that make sense. But like I say, I'm on child support, but I still gotta live my life. I still gotta do what need to get done. You know what I'm saying? It don't stop. It don't stop from there. If you take care of your kids, you're gonna always take care of your kids. You're gonna always do what you can for your kids. So it's just the fact that I don't have no motherfucking sling on my motherfucking arm. Ain't holding me. That's what it is. No more control. No more clamps on me. No more handcuffs on one arm and shit. Ain't no letters coming in the mail talking about some you could pay it this way. No, I'm already paying it. No bullshit ass letters of child support. I don't even want to see a letter in that motherfucker. Shit. But yeah, we definitely gonna be tuned in tomorrow, 4:00 Central Standard Time. We're gonna talk about this big ticket situation because we already know these bitches ain't shit. And remember I told you earlier about the ace up the sleeve? They use that ace card when they see fit. And they don't have to be baby mamas either. They don't have to be baby mamas. Just a woman, period. They got the ace up their sleeve and they use it when they see fit. They'll wait 10 years, 6 years to use that motherfucking card. So that's what you got to realize. We can't make exceptions and say, well, she ain't got no kids. She ain't like that. She come from a 2-parent household. She ain't gonna do nothing like that. No, any woman that's in the United States of America has that ace up their sleeve and they can use it when they see fit. Remember that. So with that being said, Couch Gang, I'm gonna go ahead and get the fuck back on my couch. You know what I'm saying? And oh no, Rob. Hey, before I go, Rob asked me have I ever had any warrants. Nah, I told you a lot of stuff that a lot of you brothers went through when it came to child support. I ain't never go through. I never had warrants. I was took back to court. Try to get more money, but that was a fail. I went to court before that because I wasn't paying I didn't pay child support for 6 months. I didn't pay for 6 months. I had lost my job doing Uber. And I ain't gonna lie to you. This was like the first year I was in my feelings because this nigga doing bullshit. I ain't paying a motherfucking thing. But then I realized that if I don't pay it, I'm going to be the one locked up. I'm going to be the one that's going to lose my license. I'm going to be the one to lose anything I have that certification with good old government. They're going to lock all that shit. And that's why I told y'all, hey, pay the courts and let the courts, or pay the state and let the state pay them. You're not paying her, you're paying the state. And they distribute it out. As long as you pay them, they don't give a fuck about all the other shit. Just pay the state and just be free. Write off do your taxes, make some LLCs, get much money as you can to pay your ridge off. And I did that. So I never been to jail for child support, never been to jail for I never been to jail at all. Never been arrested. And I want to keep that streak. Because these bitches will lie or talk about calling the police. That's why I say go about your business. If you've never been to jail, keep your streak going. If you've been to jail before, try not to go back. And if you're gonna go to jail, at least go to jail for protecting yourself, defending yourself, or defending your kids or somebody you love. But you don't go to jail because some bitch threatened you and you didn't take her seriously, or she you know, you allow her to tickle your chin enough to get you fucked up. No. When they show their colors, make a move. Don't prolong that shit, regardless. So yeah, I will be live tomorrow. Appreciate y'all to the fullest. Y'all be safe out here. Y'all already know what time it is. These baby mama terrorists ain't gonna stop. Shit don't stop. It ain't never gonna stop. They who they are. They who they are. So yeah, I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Let's give him the boot. You already know it's the boot.
Hey, look, you ain't paying my motherfucking rent for 9 months. Nah. Hell nah, I don't want no motherfucking sex. I'm Mr. Palmer, bitch. I don't do that sucker shit. Better have my motherfucking money. Punk ass bitch. What I don't understand, how you be so strong and be so independent and be a bum bitch. You got help from government daddy and you get them PPP loans. Yet you haven't paid shit, so you need to get gone. You haven't paid your fucking rent for a whole 9 damn months. Hell no. Got my crib all smelly and nasty from trash and blunts. Oh, hell no. Fuck this, get the fuck out. Fuck you being homeless and the least wanted. Here's your addiction notice. So yeah, you need to get the fuck out of here. Your ass get in the big thing. Your ass is about to get the boot. Your ass get in the big thing. Your ass is about to get the boot. Your ass get in the big thing. Your ass is about to get the boot. Your ass get in the big thing. Evicted. Your ass is about to get the boot. Your ass get in the big thing. Your ass is about to get the boot. Your ass is about to get the boot. Your ass get in the big thing. Your ass is about to get the boot. Man, ain't this something? You wanna come at me 10 years later talking about you in love with me? You got a luggage and you think I'm gonna carry that shit? Hell no, I don't want your funky ass. You better go on eBay. Shit, I wanted you to be mine, but I was never your type. You always wanted that street nigga who had swag. I knew we were a better fit, ooh, but you rather deal with a broke ass. How could you kick me to the curb when he treats you like trash? 10 years later, here you come saying you're in love with me, with 6 kids getting handouts from government daddy. Bitch, I'm no damn fool, so move out of
Craigslist. You baby mama terrorist. I'm telling you, hell no. You done hit the wall. I don't want you at all. Better find you a Tyrone. You better get gone. Because I don't want you. Bitch, I'm no fool, so move out of my way. You best to find that nigga on eBay. I'm telling you done hit the wall. I don't want you at all. Better go on Craigslist. You baby mama terrorist.